So you treated yourself to a Somnium VR1. Let's get you set up. Firstly, enjoy the unboxing experience. This is a premium product shipped in a Pelican case, so take it all in. Next up is simply connecting it. Make sure you use the fastest USBs available and the first DisplayPort on your graphics card. It may seem simple, but make sure you plug it into your graphics card, not your motherboard. And to finish plugging it all in, make sure you plug the power connector in. Next up is grabbing the VR1 Tool. Head to somniumspace.com, click on VR1, and then download VR1 Tool. Install it in whatever location you want. If you're like me, just press next until it's all finished. Once it's finished, it will more than likely prompt you to update, as we are continually improving the VR1 Tool and the VR1 firmware. Next up is the wizard. This goes through a simple setup process to make sure you're ready. Like here, showing if everything is connected properly. As you can see, I didn't quite plug my DisplayPort cable in properly, but job sorted. Next up is a simple hardware scan. This is going to make sure that you've got the correct hardware to power the VR1. Ignore this recommendation, always use the latest release drivers from NVIDIA. So as we carry on, this will prompt you with different software to install. First up is OpenXR. This is the standard that we use for VR1. Next up, SteamVR, for those who want to use full body tracking and controllers. Other than that is Ultraleap. I already have this installed, which is why it's not showing up. And that's it, you're finished. Now let's have a small reality check. What graphics card are you running? If it's not the latest and greatest, you must lower this rendering resolution. Don't worry too much, because even at 60% rendering resolution, it's still super sharp and super clear. Now let's troubleshoot a very common issue. If you're running more than 2 monitors, you may have to unplug one or do what I do here and disable it in Windows. The VR1 requires a lot of bandwidth, and running 3 monitors as well as the VR1 is just not possible at this moment in time. The VR1 has a ton of features, and you might be a bit worried because these options here are grayed out. But don't worry, as soon as you launch a VR application, these buttons come to life. This also is the case with eye tracking features. You must be inside an OpenXR or SteamVR environment for these to work. To launch an OpenXR application, simply make sure the VR1 tool is open, the VR1 is powered, and then just launch your game. It's that simple. There are some games and experiences that have a VR toggle, but it works exactly the same as every other VR headset. Simply launch the game and hit that toggle. To calibrate your head position, simply go to the calibration section and then hit calibrate. Games that can be toggled via a keyboard shortcut can be set inside the buttons application, and when you press it, it will do the keyboard shortcut. To use SteamVR effectively, we first must do one thing. Go to the software section and disable OpenXR. This will prevent any kind of conflicts. Now, go to Steam and enter VR mode. Once SteamVR is launched, head over to the settings section. Firstly, make sure motion smoothing is off and that the render resolution is set to custom. The VR1 tool will handle both of these. Head over to Startup/Shutdown, manage add-ons, and just make sure that this VRG add-on is enabled. The VR1 has got built-in receivers for SteamVR tracked devices. Simply go to paired devices and select the controller you wish to use inside SteamVR. In this example, I use the Valve Knuckles. Just press this button and this button until you hear a beep. And that's it, all paired up. And the next step may sound very obvious, but use it and use it as much as you can. We're running on completely standard settings right now, and they can be dialed in perfectly per person. So get used to it, play around with it. VR is very personal, and the VR1 lets you completely exploit that. Once you're comfortable, come back here and we'll do a deep dive in some of the more advanced features.